It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Eagles and the...
Time now for the second of 6 on this Super Wild Card Weekend. And off we go on this Saturday night. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. Led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft, it's Justin Herbert.
I remember talking to him earlier this season, Mike, and he emphasized the importance of winning their division. That guarantees you host at least one playoff game. Well, that goal, that's been reached. Now, they have their sights set on something even bigger, but to accomplish that, they're going to have to take advantage of this opportunity right here in front of them. That starts by doing whatever it takes over these next couple hours to extend their season by one more week.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They send him right out of the slot. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be 4th down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy. This place is going to be rocking, and their opponents, they have championship aspirations of their own. But as long as he doesn't let the moment get too big for him, his team's going to have a shot to move on to next week. I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Now a 3rd and 2. Try to pick this one up on the ground.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. They send the tight end in motion. Herbert now on 1st down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Third down, 3 to go. Here's Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Herbert. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now Herbert again. He'll go right and find his running back. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Herbert to the air again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Herbert to the air again. The sideline, this one looked in by Odunze.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Now he'll air one out. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10, up at the 42. He runs with it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and you know they missed on that long attempt. At least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settle in.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Eagles are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now, Herbert gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing, Herbert. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. They'll put a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, Herbert. That's over the middle and caught by Collins.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
It'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down. Throwing again, Herbert. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
That's quickly into the hands of Odunze on the RPO. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down. He'll send a tight end in motion right. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. Going right sideline and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Herbert. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Nico Collins. Touchdown, Tampa. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That is caught left side by Waddle.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He'll look to throw. Catch made there by Waddle. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Putting the tight end in motion. He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive block, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Here's Hardy now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. They'll start out 1st down and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. Slot receiver headed right. Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Herbert to the air again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. In motion now, it's Collins. Herbert to the air again. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. Now, Herbert. This one complete, right side.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. 3rd and 9. Now Herbert again. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. That's a gain of 14 and a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
The extra point, up and good. And the Buccaneers are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Eagles offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Here's their punter now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. They This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now for Herbert. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down. From the gun, it's Herbert. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. Open man, that's Collins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing again, Herbert. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now Herbert. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Sending it deep for Waddle. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This, the 2nd of our 2 games here on this Super Wildcard Saturday. We'll get it back out to you two in just a minute. But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions squaring off against the Los Angeles Rams. We're accustomed to seeing strong quarterback play. We got that in the 1st half from Justin Herbert. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the 1st half of play.
Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? 1 half to decide it. Time for the 3rd quarter of the NFC wildcard game. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's going to tuck it and go.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback just understanding on these early downs you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Back to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
2 receptions for him on this drive. This one, good for 16 yards. They're going to motion the tight end over here. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. They send the tight end in motion. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Eagles will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Herbert now on 1st down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. On second down, here's Herbert. There's that man again. Another catch. 3rd and a yard. Pistol here for Herbert. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Herbert to the air again. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Herbert to the air again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Herbert to throw. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Now Herbert again. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Herbert. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he will not get in. The defense standing their ground, pushing him back, and it sets up 4th and goal.
Hats off to the interior of this defensive line. Look at the penetration they're able to get up front, Mike, to defeat their blocks. And 3rd and an inch, they knew that run was coming, and boy, were they ready.
They'll try and run for it. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
The extra point is good. And the Bucks will go up by 7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. It is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Second down and 8. They'll send their tight end left. From the gun, it's Herbert. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Sending a receiver right. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding space at the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this one to his safety valve. Complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. putting the tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This fielded at the 2. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense and Rome Odunze getting set to get back on the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On play action now, Herbert. That is caught downfield by Odunze. That's a dozen. Catch number 12 and a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
His 11th grab of the game and a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Play action now. It's Herbert. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Throwing again, Herbert. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Herbert to the air again. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Now he'll run it. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this crowd urging the defense on. It is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. A throw over the middle, going to be caught by Franklin. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's complete. It's Waddle. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Final minute. 1 timeout remaining. And it's 1st and 10. Got a man left side. It's caught. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
One of the tight ends motions right. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. win this game now in regulation.
They bring their tight end right. He'll look to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
Mike, this is the right call. I know it didn't necessarily work out for them in this case, but with this little amount of time left, try to end the game in regulation. Don't force this thing to overtime. They get that 2-point play. Barring a miracle, they win. They end up coming up short, but I still think it's the right play.
Down to a knee here, and that'll do it. They have advanced. They are moving on in the playoffs. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.